everybody. I'm new here on the YouTube. My name's Runaway, or you can just call me Jordan. I really don't care which one. If you hear a voice in the background, that's just my friend. She's here and very...
Hi!
Yep. Anyway, the drawing that I'm going to be doing today is actually just a birthday present from my friend Sebastian, or pretty much as how some of you might know him on YouTube as Sabnino. If you don't know, he is an independent animator. Check out his channel if you can. It's actually really dope. I'll even just link him in the description. Like, check him out. I'm awkward. Okay. Okay, anyways. So the drawing I'm doing is actually the characters from Sadsa. His cartoon is Another Random Day. Pretty much the characters in it is what I'm drawing, along with some shows that both me and him like and we always talk about, which is Steven Universe, Adventure Time, as well as SpongeBob. So, yeah. He's in there. I added in a lot of characters afterwards, even when the film cuts out and I run out of room on the SD card. But, yeah. But otherwise... yeah, that's pretty much it on characters. This type of stuff that I use is a I don't know, it's a lead holder. It cost me $12. I highly recommend it if you got the money because these things are beautiful. Anyway, and 2H lead. I also use for line work. I use the Sakura Micron multiliner pens. I also use for coloring Copic markers, Market markers, Chameleon pens, and pretty much whatever else I have lying around because I'm poor. So currently I'm actually a art student. Currently enrolled. I'm in my sophomore year technically. So is my friend.
Yeah, but it's a trap. Art school's a trap.
I love it.
You said it was a trap just as much as I did.
Oh no, it's
your photography major, should we say? Oh, by the way, after you see this drawing, you'll have questions for him, which I do all the time. Why the flip are you a photography major when he can illustrate so beautifully? Explain your reasonings. And he also sculpts. You hear that? Explain yourself.
Jack of all trades, master of none. Better than a master of one.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I can paint and sculpt and draw and write.
I write too. You're really good at writing.
Okay.
I love your work.
No,
you're
he
great.
says I'm good at writing. Okay, let me explain. I am good at romantic writing. He is not.
I am.
That is why he thinks I am good. All right. Glad we got that.
I can't do any form of communication in my writings whatsoever. Even in my book that I'm working on right
Have
now.
you ever talked to yourself in the mirror?
No. I talk to myself naturally.
See, that's part of the problem. I always speak my stories out. Always. So if I'm thinking about Medallion, one of my studly horses that I created, or if I'm even talking about Diablo and Bella, I literally speak it out. I'm in the shower with the fucking male English accent, and Chad walks in and has questions. Who are you talking to? Oh, I'm talking to myself, dog. What's the stuff about the accent? Science!
So my roommate,
I always think about we should talk about stories, together. Because that is something that you and I both love talking about. We can talk about it for 15, 20 hours, 10 hours more. Who cares? We'll go on and on and on and on. Is that something you want to talk about?
Sure. Which story first?
It doesn't matter, because what you're saying, you're talking about a problem that you have. That the reason why it's hard communication, writing, dialogue, is because
I don't talk to people mostly as a generality. Mostly because majority of my life I was always quiet because everybody either talked over me, abruptly interrupted me, or just straight up ignored me. So I kind of just learned not to talk. So communication is very awkward. Which is actually why I'm very good at describing things, because I learned how to look.
You learn how to observe. It's
Very
really
much
what
so.
it is.
It's great. I can actually tell exactly somebody's life story just by watching them walk. It's great.
And this is why everyone should fear you.
Yes.
Because you don't even have to open your mouth and be like, I already know who you are.
How do you think I liked you?
Uh,
You
I
had
really-
resting bitch face, but you were determined.
That's so funny, right? I have resting bitch face, but I am so nice and giving once you get to know me.
What do you want to talk about then?
Well, we were talking about the story and how you suck at talking about having dialogue.
This
But
is another reason why
Oh my god. You're
I go
having-
off.
Ugh. Okay, so for example, literally, I'll even tell you. So I have a scene in my book. I did not write it yet. Also, if you want to credit me, Death Gnomes is my name, and if you steal it, I am the alpha, and I will find you, and I will hunt you down.
Run.
Very fun. Okay.
Just run.
Anyway, back to reality. So, for example, Bella has to have lunch with Lucian. Lucian is the most dangerous man in all of Colorado. He's the type of guy you don't want to be in the dark corner. So, for example, she's having a conversation with a friend. And same with them. Then she walks up and talks to Lucian. So you literally do that. If you talk, you might sound crazy.
I mean, I know that I usually with most of my older like stories I did, I would just text my friend and go like, okay, go into character. I need a dialogue type of thing. But otherwise, this is why I actually mostly just write in first person and describe everything through thoughts and go like, I'm so awkward, so high.
Well, yeah. Well, I love the first person because, here, for example, I'll go into Jiha instead. I'll be Demon. Okay? Demon is very first person, right?
Yeah.
Because the story is told through her eyes, through her experience. When you talk to, like, as you said, like, get into character. Get into character yourself. What I used to do is I actually used to record myself talking about my story. And some things I wouldn't like, some things I would like. So, for example, Cash is a ex-soldier, super macho, super like you want to rip his clothes off when you see him type of good looking. You're welcome, ladies. You're welcome. Okay, just imagine. Let's just not even start this. Okay. Anyway, it's easy. So the hard part, the easy part for me is I already know what my character's personalities are.
I mean, I wrote mine out.
Right. So if you're worried about dialogue, sometimes the best thing that I find is I just talk out loud. I do a scene out loud. And the nice thing is when it's out loud, you can change it like that. But the more you practice it to yourself, the easier it will be to write. Because you already have it in your head. You already have the dialogue up here. So when you're writing it, you're like, you know what, that sounded good, but I don't like how it's written. And so then you can change it, and maybe you'll change your pitch. You know, because when you read a story, you don't just say, once upon a time, Little Red Riding Hood went into the woods to find Granny. Granny got eaten by a wolf. The end. You don't say it like that. You say, Little Red Riding Hood went into the woods to see her grandmother. She saw a wolf. The wolf ate her grandmother. Then the forest guy came in and chopped him up and got him out.
Oh, you mean like how when I read you my animal story?
Exactly.
Where it's like, it was all in first person, but it was like,
But
It
you,
was
at first when you
sad.
started reading it to me, you were very shy about it. And then by the end, when I showed you, I was really interested in what you had to say. That's when you start opening up and really putting your personality into your character.
well, yeah, well,
Because, and
No, but
obviously you're
listen.
nervous because you're telling me about something that was so personal. Oh yeah, well that's part of the point though.
yeah.
It's like,
So,
because now we're on a subject that you're very comfortable talking about. We're both talking back and forth, you know, you're talking about your idea. And writing a story is easy.
Mhm.
It actually is. Writing a story is very easy. I'm currently in class for animated storytelling. I have to write a story. And stories come very easily because it's so easy for me to create characters.
and I'm really good at creating settings. And like,
Exactly. So we each have our different strengths. Your strength is people. Mine are animals.
Yeah.
Yours is drawing in perspective and using markers. Mine is using color pencils and acrylic paint. Yes.
I wanted to read part of my chapter 2 when right here, where I described my main character's love interest as she comes in. Like, you've read it.
Yeah.
I made you read it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know what I'm saying because I've never felt anything like this. I've never experienced this. But like
So,
you said,
yeah, so if you meet your love interest for the first time, usually what happens...
I'm gonna read this section from my story.
Okay.
This is all mine, and it's mine. Everybody. Okay.
Or you'll have to deal with you. Okay.
Standing at the front of the class next to the teacher is the most breathtaking individual I've ever encountered. Eyes as deep as the ocean that held such a sharp look that I swear they could look straight through to your soul. Hair so smooth it practically shone like snow in the light of a sunset that floated their figure like a silk curtain. Skin delicately tanned and looked so vastly smooth that if it weren't for the tan, they would resemble a porcelain doll. With high cheekbones, a slim face, and full lips, it's hard not picturing them walking down a runway for a fashion show. She was absolutely gorgeous, and with the choking silence from the other students, I would guess they agree. Well, if they heard my socks anyway.
I'm so proud of you. Look at you! Putting your big boy pants on. Writing romance.
Yeah! I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm
So-
hoping that was accurate.
So, what I would have, the only criticism, I love you. I love you so much, okay? The only criticism I have is it's very listed almost. Like, she has a porcelain-like skin, her hair swoops around her like the silk cloak that you said. She looks like she's on a runway. That's very, like, I love you, as I said. And I know I hate critiquing my friends because I feel bad.
Honey, I've critiqued you, and
know.
I'm brutal.
I know he is. He literally was like, that sucks straw to get. I was like,
Well, you asked for it. This
I
is why I
know.
don't critique. But if you ask for it, I give you the most
well,
brutal,
and how else
honest
are artists
stuff.
supposed to get better unless they're so? I honestly, when I write romance and like talk about love, I try and stay away from the typical words. So, the advice I would give is if you ever, to any other artists out there who struggle with writing, the thing that helped me the most was to talk about my own story.
And for me, with writing out scenes and everything like that, just take your time and instead of just looking around you, actually see what's there. Because no matter what you look at, if you look back at it and just stop and just let your eyes relax, you'll see so much more than you thought you did. Like, at first look around, my walls are white, but if you stop and look, there are wrinkles and patterns all throughout it that made it look like the walls were alive. Ask for my friend's help. I asked even for my mother's help.
Don't be
But-
afraid to ask for help.
Yeah.
That's one of the worst things you could actually do as an artist is not asking for
Yeah.
help. You get better by talking to people who
Because you don't have to ask everybody.
No.
You don't, because it's hard to trust people with something. Especially with writing and artwork, that is part of us.
yeah,
Even
like,
if
we
it's
don't like to share it at all.
That's pretty much it. Otherwise, yeah. I hope you guys have a good morning, good day, good evening, or good night. Wherever in the world you are. And just remember to let your freak flag fly and be true to yourselves.
Amen. And if you associate someone deadly and scary like I do it. John B. Alpha.
Don't worry, she'll be on my videos up very often.
Because who else will keep him calm? Peace out, ladies and gents.